hello, and welcome to From the Pink Seats podcast here on the State of Louisville Podcast Network, the internet's first and only podcast dedicated exclusively to covering the University of Louisville football program. A football program that has us feeling sad, angry,
disappointed,
disheartened, conflicted, confused, back to angry.
Yeah.
And
it's like a full circle.
And my circle, the 12 o'clock at my circle is always just rage, blind rage.
Yeah.
So,
it usually is. That was the vibes leaving the stadium from everyone, was just pure anger and rage. And it's bad whenever the people, there's like, you always have a couple people you're around that like don't really know much about football and like blurt out some random stuff. And you're like, oh, that doesn't make any sense. When those people are yelling out the right things and you're like, they're right this week.
Yeah.
There's a big problem.
He's out of line, but he's right.
Exactly.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about it tonight here on From the Pink Seats podcast in the Kern's Korner digital studio. If you need a place to go drown your sorrows or a place just to pick yourself up after an unfortunate, disappointing weekend of Louisville football, Kern's Korner, the place to be. They've been with this show for, God, as long as I can remember. So support the people who support us. And while you're tuning in, if you're watching us on Twitter, go ahead and drop us follows. We have our social media handles in the video at producer_Keith, at Vincent Lococo. Follow at the State of Lou where you're watching this video, and at Pink Seats Pod for the football podcast as well. If you want to join in, get in the show, hang out with us in the chat, like our friends Rev41 and Naughty, who were very early adapters, head on over to the State of Louisville YouTube channel. Hit that subscribe button, click into this live video, and hop into the chat, a.k.a. the Pink Seats Party Deck, to join the conversation. So, all that being said, I know normally we start with like an Around the ACC segment, and I'm tell you what, this is what I actively have written down in my notes for Around the ACC segment. Everyone sucks. Everything is bad. There's a legitimate chance that the ACC is a zero-bid league. So that's where my vibes are right now.
Yeah, that's the world we live in right now, Keith, where the ACC could legitimately be a zero-bid team, or a zero-bid conference, and it's stupid and it's frustrating. I don't know, man. You just I'd rather just talk about the game. There's not much to talk about with the ACC. We're not a good conference right now.
Chapel Bill got another win. Sleepy Bill Belichick. Are the Tar Heels finally off the mat?
No, the Tar Heels aren't off the mat. Virginia's not really legit. I guess we're not legit either.
Duke,
Clemson, I guess, the one powerhouse. Yeah, Duke, go ahead. Whatever you want to say about it.
I was going to say, Duke is in the driver's seat to make the ACC title game, and they just lost on the road at UConn. Now I will say, Jim Moore is doing a hell of a job up there at UConn. They're 7-3 on the year. They've got a quarterback who's thrown for like 29 touchdowns and no interceptions this season. Like,
they're film against BC. Was it BC? Is that who they played? Their film against them looked really good. Definitely not the same UConn of past, but still, you have no business to be losing to UConn in football if you're in our conference.
To make things worse, it looks like Clemson's finding their stride. They get off the mat. They knock off Florida State. It looks like SMU has found their stride. They beat the shit out of Boston College. So, things are looking up for the next couple of weeks. So, I would understand if you're kind of wanting to take a break from football, because vibes are down right now. But there is
vibes are always down when you lose.
Yeah, but there is an opportunity. Maybe have some fun, pick some vibes up. Our friends over at Starting 502 are going to be having a watch party for the basketball game tomorrow night against some nobody school. I don't know. I don't know why people are making a big deal about it. So watch party at Goodwood Brewing, the location at 121 West Main. Watch party there. They're going to be starting festivities around 6 p.m. Go hang out. Get out there, have some Goodwood. It's no Surfside, but they do have some pretty good products, including the 1798, the official beer of the Louisville Cardinals. So get in there, enjoy some of that. And, if you want something different in beer, make sure to ask around, see if you can find some Surfside.
Yep.
So I don't think that's an official Surfside watch event. I believe that's one being put on by Goodwood Brewing.
I don't
So
know
go
what
out.
they see. What did they say? Yeah, it's Goodwood at Whiskey Row with Surfside. So
Oh, okay. It
I
is
don't
with
know if they
Surfside.
said-
So get you some beer, get you some Surfside. A good time can be had by all. So get out there for that. Watch party tomorrow, 6 p.m., 121 West Main Street. All right. Now, before we dive into the full on conversation about the game, I've been trying. I've really been trying. It's time for us to have a little bit of vindication while also having a very annoying conversation. It's time to start a dialogue. We're 9 games into the season, and I don't think our starting quarterback has looked good in a single one of them. Once we've gotten into ACC play, it seems like it's only gotten worse with every single game. And the rumble, like there are boos now actively in the stadium. Coach Brohm's getting asked about it at press conferences. Shout out friend of the show, Matt McGavick, asking Coach Brohm pretty directly about it today. Is it time to bench Miller Moss?
It's impossible, to defend really at this point, Keith. Not impossible, but just hard to defend. We point out, I'll probably have a play in here where he has a good ball, but it's also because Colin Lacey made it a good route. But it's just hard to defend with just how consistent the poor play has been. The not being able to maneuver in a pocket, the
not being able to throw outside the hashes.
Which also combines with the arm strength. It's just not there. The mobility is not there. That it seemed like I'll show a play in the game notes where it's even the want to when you're running to go get a first down didn't seem like it was there. It's frustrating to see from a team that's really just missing one key component piece. And that's the quarterback.
That's the part that drives me the most nuts. It's this team has some dudes. Yes, the O-line, suspect to start the year. And maybe that was an excuse. But the O-line, especially the last, ever since Trevante Sylvester has come back, it's gone from being serviceable to actually developing and getting pretty good. For the second year in a row, we've had a slow start, and then we install Trevante, and things just magically get significantly better. There was no excuse. And you talk about the want to, and I know exactly what run play you're talking about, where all he has to do is cut up field, and he gets a first down and probably another 6-7 yards. Shout out to the 12-year-olds out there.
Shoulder and sprint. Lower your shoulder and sprint to get the first down at the same angle you're going at. You can stick your foot in the ground and get north and south, like you said, but I was more disappointed at the fact that it seemed like he slowed down whenever he was getting ready to get hit.
Yeah. And it's led to the offense just being, I don't know if it's neutering the playbook to try and account for his weaknesses or if he just has an inability to execute. But it's led to some pretty damning offensive stats. Again, guy who I frequently reference, and a lot of Louisville Twitter has pulled him up and discovered him at this point, at Stats of War. Parker Fleming's his name. He comes out with a lot of good information. And one thing he's been tracking is efficiency on offense. So essentially, efficiency EPA is how often does your offense create successful plays? How well do you move the ball and stay on schedule? And we were the biggest detractors of Miller Moss coming in. And even we were still he should be able to keep us on schedule. He hasn't been able to do that. So I decided to go through and pick. There's a bunch of teams I could have picked from, but I picked from a few of teams that we have a significantly.
If your Twitter was any indication of where you're going with this, there's going to be a lot of people that don't like this.
Oh yeah. Well, we have a worse offensive efficiency than Florida State, who's been comically bad this year. We have a worse offensive efficiency than Nebraska, a team who people actively mocked for extending their coach. Speaking of coaches, we have a worse offensive efficiency than Penn State, who doesn't have a head coach right now. Another team, gets made fun of for their offensive ineptitude. We have a worse offensive efficiency than Iowa. And the most damning one of all, we have a significantly worse offensive efficiency rate than Cincinnati. Like, the offense has just been bad all year. It's been either explosive plays or 3 and outs, it feels like, every single time we have the ball. There is no extended, lengthy drive that ends in a touchdown. We might get 1 or 2 first downs, and thank God we have Cooper Ranvier and Nick Keller, because they're basically as close to a sure thing as you can get. But it's like the sense of supreme confidence that I have when Cooper Ranvier goes to kick a ball, take that and just make it the polar opposite feeling. That's how I feel when we're on offense now. That's the confidence I have in Moss. Like, there is
You can't
none.
run a drop back pass. You can't run a drop back pass, Keith, and it's not because of poor offensive line play at this point, man. Like, we saw it all game on Saturday where it's him maneuvering around in the pocket. I mean, there was maybe one of those sacks where you could put it on the offensive line, but I mean, the rest were him not being able to move around. You go to the play right before the half, or no, was it the last play regulation, the Hail Mary? Yeah, it was the last play.
Yeah.
Last play. In
No,
regulation.
that was before. I think that was before. No, it was regulation. Yeah, because they shanked the punt. We got the ball at the 50-yard line and couldn't move it.
Exactly. Exactly. We couldn't move it an inch. And it's like, oh my gosh, the Hail Mary just, it sent me, not that we would have got it. You don't know if we would have got it, if the ball would have made it all the way down there or not. But damn it, I want a shot. I want a chance at least, man. Like, step up in the pocket and just deliver a ball downfield.
I don't mean this to be mean. Can Miller Moss throw a ball 50 yards? Like, I'm not trying to, I don't think he has the arm strength to get it there.
I don't think so.
Like,
and it's not just that one, man. I sent a picture to my dad, and it's like, how many people are in front of him right here? Right here. I want you to count. It's like literally three receivers right in front of him, and we're taking a sack.
And it was actually kind of funny. Roman, friend of the show, Roman Kelly, contributor to Starting 502 and also on Big X Sports Radio, friend of the show, Mike Rutherford. He said on their program today, he's like, I would have rather sent Nick Keller out there to try and attempt the 67-yarder than a Hail Mary from Miller Moss. Like, I think that has a higher success rate, which isn't good, but
yeah, that's not good, but I'm not going to sit here and argue with him at this point because I'm not confident he can make that throw.
So the other damning stat, just to really hammer home how bad our offense has been. Louisville, surprisingly, has a +2 turnover margin on the season. And I say surprisingly because Miller Moss has 7 interceptions and I believe 2 or 3 fumbles lost as well. And that's just accounting for him, not counting the Isaac Brown fumbles or other miscellaneous turnovers that we have.
Right.
And when it comes to points off of turnover, we have a negative points off turnover margin. So we've given up more points off of turnovers than we've scored, despite having more turnovers than turnovers we've given up, and 16 more points. It's not like a field goal difference. Over 2 touchdowns of difference in points off of turnovers that we're surrendering in games. It's a miracle we're 7-2 watching this team. It's a miracle.
It's a testament to how good the defense is.
The defense has been phenomenal.
It's just the truest statement ever of defense wins championships, offense sells tickets, man. I mean, like, if we just had a halfway decent offense right now, how good would this football team be?
If we had a halfway decent starting quarterback, we'd be 9-0.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, think about what Tyler would be doing in this offense, man.
God, I don't want to because it makes me sad. God. I mean, I wouldn't go this far because Chris Bell, like, he made himself a lot of money with that Miami game, but he's definitely not doing him any favors. He's made Colin Lacey's path to the league significantly more difficult. So, and you talk about offense sells tickets. Like, if you'd asked me preseason, I thought Clemson game was going to be a surefire, get the sold out tweet on Monday, the day before the game.
Oh,
now, part of that is Clemson hasn't fulfilled their bargain. They've been disappointing this year. But still, it's a name brand team. And if we were not coming off what was a wet fart of a loss to Cal, then maybe people would still be excited and we might not sell out, but we get close. Like, I feel like we're going to get the announced season ticket holders plus maybe 2,000 to 4,000, depending on however many Clemson fans show up. And like I was talking about it,
it'll be dependent on tomorrow. And my opinion on that is tomorrow, because I think if we lose tomorrow, everybody's going to want to do something happy, and then at the same time, I don't know.
I don't see it. It's too easy to make excuses at this point.
That's what I was going through in my head, was all the 10 excuses I could think of why people wouldn't show up to the game.
Yeah, you gave the casuals, and obviously if you're tuned in watching this, you're not going to be classified as a casual. Otherwise, we'd have a lot higher view counts and a lot higher. So you gave the casuals a reason with that Cal game. It wasn't a massive crowd, but it was a damn good crowd.
Yeah.
They got loud when they needed to. I would like the crowd to get loud earlier. And I don't mean that like earlier in the game, we were loud all game, but like, let's get loud while the other team's in the huddle. Let's not wait until they're breaking the huddle and on the line of scrimmage before we turn the volume up.
It was so good to see some of the false starts, and the crowd noise definitely bothering the Cal offense. That was cool to see.
And it was refreshing. Like, one of the few good things I took away during my rewatch was like, oh, it's as loud on the broadcast as it felt in person, because it felt like we got bumping there. So
yeah, it sounded good for sure.
It's frustrating because you cave the casuals and out, and like at this point I don't even think we sell out the Kentucky game unless something exciting happens. So, but to dismount on this topic, I think it's fair to say that our offense has been significantly adjusted to try and account for Miller Moss's inefficiencies.
Yeah.
Now, one of the primary arguments you would argue for not starting a redshirt freshman quarterback, or even is, hey, maybe lack of knowledge in the playbook. We'd have to neuter the playbook in order to get him out there on the field.
It's already neutered.
If you're going to have to neuter the playbook one way or another, it just makes sense to me to put in the player with the highest ceiling. Now, I know who I think that player is, but, I don't care if you think it's Miller Moss, if you think he's the highest ceiling player, then fine, trot him out. If you think it's Brady Allen, big frame, big arm, okay, trot him out. If you think it's Deuce Adams, big arm, mobile runner, can make plays, trot him out there. If it's Mason Mims, freshman phenom, who knows, trot him out there. It doesn't make sense, if you're going to have to neuter the playbook regardless, not to play who's going to give you your highest ceiling, especially now that ACC championship hopes and playoff hopes aren't dead, but they're on life support, and that doctor's hand's hovering over the outlet. Like, we need a lot of help.
I definitely would lean more towards the dynamic redshirt freshman that, there are so many plays that you saw throughout that game where you're like, okay, here's a hole here, here's a hole here. Like, if he didn't hit his check down, at least if he was looking to run the football, with conviction, we would be gaining yards. And I think Deuce gives us that best opportunity. I don't know how Jeff would do it. I don't know if he would do it, the pull the leash, or if he would start Deuce. I lean more towards the leash getting pulled.
Yeah, and we talked about it earlier. Matt McGavick asked Coach Brohm about it today, and he gave a very coach speak answer. And look, Jeff Brom's a professional. He's not going to body bag a kid in public, in the media.
Right.
But if you read into his answer, and I don't have the verbatim right in front of me, it sounds like essentially he's on thin ice. And I wouldn't be shocked if he plays like dog shit to start the Clemson game and the Boo Birds start getting loud, if we see a change. And also,
I think especially if the defense is playing well too, Keith, like if it's, defense is causing punts, maybe Clemson only has 3 points going into the second quarter type deal, and we have nothing. Like, I 100% see a world where he gets pulled.
Also, Deuce Adams from Texas. I think his high school is only like 2.5, 3 hours away from SMU. Be kind of cool for him to get his first start down there, and you and Jacob being there to see it. Just saying, that'd be pretty cool.
That'd be awesome.
But
that would be cool.
ideally, Miller Moss looks like a completely different human being, comes out, lights the world on fire. Because the kid cares. He cares. I would like for him to succeed. But I'm also someone who deals in logic, and he's presented no evidence that he can perform at the level that the team consistently needs him to perform at. So we'll see what happens, but it's gotten to a point where we can't ignore the conversation. So with that, let's go ahead and transition now to the full game day experience. So we'll dive into pregame vibes. First off, tailgate scene, phenomenal. Bragged on the pre-show talking about Vince's mom brought these like Thanksgiving sliders out. We had plenty of Surfside. There was good tunes playing. Whole lot of people gathered. Like, it was just a genuinely fun time. Like, the vibes felt good. Mm-hmm. And then the good vibes almost dead on arrival once the game started.
Awful bad.
Man, it just not quite. Like, Cal had a long drive to start the game. We force them to a field goal attempt. They miss it. Then we put a drive, well, not a huge drive, but put a decent little drive together. We score, take the lead.
Muted. You muted
I muted
yourself.
I had a burp. I muted. I was being responsible. Mute button's kicking my ass. And then, like, we just kind of we couldn't finish a drive in the first half. After the first drive. And the defense, we'll talk about it more in Vince's game notes, but I wanted to pull my freaking hair out seeing how soft we were playing in the middle of the field. Like, if I saw one more check down to their running back that then turned into a 25-yard game, I was going to lose my
I agree.
mind.
At this point in the season, though, I'm sitting here like, there were so many opportunities for the offense to win you that football game. The defense has won you so many football games at this point. It was time for the offense to step up and, take one by the throat.
Oh, for sure. And I sound like I'm being critical of the defense because this is probably their worst performance in conference play.
It was, for sure.
They only gave up 23 points in regulation. Like, they still played a good game. It wasn't a holy shit exceptional game. It was a good game. And also, Sagapolu Tele was throwing dots, man. Like, there were so many NFL throws. Like, that kid's going to be playing in the NFL in 3 years.
I want that kid playing on my team next year.
Dude, that kid's going to be getting paid a whole lot of money to go somewhere. Maybe Berkeley can raise the funds to keep him. Their fans were pretty cool. I'm not going to root against them because we lost. Like, they have a good fan base, good sense of humor. Like, you could lose to worse.
I talked shit to Ron Rivera pregame.
He walked past the tailgate a couple of times. Maybe you shouldn't have done that.
I had to the second time, dude. I bit my tongue the first time, and then I had to say something.
But yeah,
you don't get to. I mean, like
but second half defense locked in. 2 field goal drives in the third quarter for Cal, and then in the fourth quarter, Cal had 4 drives, 3 3-and-outs, and another drive where they got 1 first down, and then they punted. The defense, and we were down 3 the whole time, or tied the whole time. The defense gave our offense 4 chances to win the game, including the ball at the 50-yard line off a shanked punt with 30 seconds left and a timeout, and the offense couldn't get the job done.
How good were you feeling right there? You see the shank punt before all that, the drive and everything happened. You see the shank punt. Because I'm sitting there with Max, Emmy, Isaac, everybody. We're like, here we go. This is it right here. Ugly as hell game, but we're going to win this football game and walk out of here.
Like, I wasn't freaking out. Like, was very happy when he shanked it. But that's how little I think of our offense currently. And how little I think of the play calling, especially in that game. We only had 1 timeout. I was maybe 50-50 on if we were going to get the 15 yards. If we got 15 yards, I would have been 100% certain we were going to win that game because I have faith in Cooper and Keller from 55 and in. Like, ultimate faith. Complete. I was still worried we were going to throw a fucking pick 6. And then we take a snap.
Dylan Gabriel.
Yeah, we take a sack on the first fucking play in a spot that you can't take a sack in. That Miller tried to throw another fucking Virginia style pass on the way down. And then we hit a check down in the middle of the field to salvage. It just sucked. And then going into overtime, I was fully convinced unless the defense held Cal to a shutout, like held them to 0 points, we weren't winning that game.
Right.
Because I
had
zero faith we were scoring a
confidence in
touchdown.
overtime.
And of course,
I was not confident at all.
so what do? OT1, vital possession. Your offense needs to score a touchdown to apply pressure. You lose 6 yards. That's your overtime drive. Thank God for Cooper Ranvier, because otherwise we were getting away with 0 points if we have just a normal quote-unquote college kicker.
One thing we haven't brought up yet, which it'll get brought up in the game notes because the plays are there. Our quarterback had 2 fucking receptions this game. Not because it was a trick play. Not because Colin Lacey caught one and we threw it back to him and he went upfield for... No, it was 2 batted down balls right to his chest.
Well, the second one, I guess he thought he was feeling himself after the first one. He like goes out of his way to leap and catch it and then gets taken down for like a loss of 5. Just bat that shit to the ground. You're not him. You're about to lose your fucking job.
2 receptions, 15 yards. He's got a 7.5 average. Maybe he's at the wrong position. Move him to slot.
And just send him on slants nonstop. Oh my God. But just it's such a frustrating game. It's such a shitty feeling of hopelessness when you have zero.
It's annoying to have
offense.
the whole everything in the palm of your hand right there. Just all of it. ACC championship, a clear path to the playoffs, just win every game that's in front of you. And they're all winnable games. And to shoot yourself in the foot like that, as bad as you did, again, for the 3rd year in a row, shooting yourself in the foot, it's very hard to live with. It is so frustrating.
I think the biggest frustrations on the offensive side of the ball for me, especially in this most recent game, Keywan was running the hell out of the ball, man. For him to only have 14 carries, that's coaching malpractice, pardon me.
Yeah.
Chris Bell's a weapon. Colin Lacey's a fucking weapon. We can't get them the ball. And then you look at the other side of the field and you see a true freshman managing, because there were some critiques out there saying the defense didn't generate pressure. We generated so much fucking pressure. They just have a quarterback that actually can handle and maneuver and deal with it. He stepped up in the pocket, didn't panic, found his base read and hit open guys.
He was very comfortable back there, Keith. You can see, like, because you can tell he's comfortable by the clean pockets he has, right? How everybody, what was it, last week or the week before, where they were like, I mean, Miller looked uncomfortable with the clean pocket in front of him. Like, this kid is standing back there tall, bouncing around, you can just tell he is comfortable in the pocket.
Yeah, and comfortable in chaos. Like, a lot of those pockets were not pretty. Like, you have Wes Bailey and Clev Lubin bearing down on him. Wes got him with a pretty big sack earlier. Like, A.J. Green got him. Jordan Girard got him. We hit him in that game. But his composure and his confidence, like, that's what you want in a quarterback. And we're over here looking at what we don't have. Just like a poor starving child in a fictional novel looking into like a luxury restaurant, drooling on the glass. Like, oh my God, I want that.
It's that bus meme. It's the bus meme of like looking out into fire and the sadness and then looking out into the clean valley of happiness.
And it sucks because it feels like we're wasting Bell and we're wasting Lacey. Like, we have 2 phenomenal receivers and we can't get him the damn ball.
Yeah. I mean, and that, yes, it's on Miller for sure because of the drop back passes, him not navigating the pocket well, but it's also on Jeff too. Like, it felt like we went away from the stuff we were good at in Miami and Boston College and Virginia Tech. It's like these rub routes, the drags, things like that, shorter, like 5 to 10 yard stuff, quick hitters that Miller can throw at an efficient pace. But even the timing routes that Miller was throwing, he would just turn and throw, not even look, not Keith. If you're taking a 2-step, and you look, your job is to take 2-step, look here, look the safety off that way, turn and throw. Like, you still have to turn and look and see if there's a defender right in front of him. He's not going to magically teleport to another area. Like, you can't throw the ball there. It's not, just because it's timing doesn't mean you have to throw the ball.
Damn. So, before we pivot into the defense, just a couple of other offensive. I thought it was an uncharacteristically bad game from Bell. Like, he had the one bad drop on the slant coming across the middle. Another catch that he had, it seemed like he was just struggling catching the ball that night. Like, had a couple where he kind of bobbled and had to adjust on the way in while he was getting contacted.
The one drag route he did catch, he did not look comfortable running. I don't know why. It didn't look normal to me. I don't know if he's banged up or sore or what, but I assume quick turnaround this week. So
it sucks too, because I assume it's going to be in the game notes. He had an opportunity for a home run, and it just got missed.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about that in the game notes. Before we shift over to the defensive side of the ball, I just want to shout out to the party deck. They've been getting ahead of us in the conversation. Noddy, Ultimate Goatee, Dylan, getting after it in the party deck. And that's one of the beautiful things about it over here. You get to have conversations while we're talking. So just huge shout out. This was one that made me laugh from Goatee. And it was true. The PA announcer, he was making sure to Gian Kiabe Sangapolutele every time he got the chance.
he practiced that one for sure.
I mean, if you didn't know his name before this week, you definitely will after. The kid had a hell of a game. So,
yeah.
Defensive side of the ball, worst tackling game of the year by far. Like, couldn't wrap up for shit.
This is one for me where I could point out a couple plays with very little effort, it felt like, which was frustrating to see. It was one where definitely the eyes were in the wrong spots. I'm sitting there wondering a lot where the routes where they're running the drag and they wheel it up down the hash or down the sideline or whatever. I'm sitting here wondering, like, why do we not close space on that? Why are we just letting guys just run so freely all the time? Even the last play that they scored a touchdown on, Keith, I mean, there's like 5 yards of separation between the defender, the corner, and the wide receiver. It's like, put your heels on the goal line and sit there and jam the shit out of him. Don't let him get off the line of scrimmage. You know, it's fresh. Why let the game come to you? Yeah. Why not be the aggressor?
It was also another game where, to go back to your analogy, like patting a guy on the ass and then them shitting in your hand, Capers and Perry, by far their worst game of the season. Both of them. It was disappointing effort from the two of them. And again, if these are sounding like little nitpicky things, it's because our defense has been really, really good all year. So, like, when we have to make critiques, it's going to sound nitpicky.
One bad linebacker play makes the other linebacker look worse too. Because I mean,
for sure.
At that point, you're both kind of playing out of position. One's trying to overcompensate for the other, and it never turns out well. It doesn't look good.
Now, maybe it just doesn't fit our defensive philosophy, but I don't understand how we didn't bracket DeJesus, after the first 10 catches, because I think he was targeted 21 times. And I mean, clearly they were going after somebody. Like, look, he was their
the tall guy comment from set, man. It's like, what are you like? Of course they're going to throw it up to him. He's tall. Of course they're going to target him. The last play of the game, he's got 20 receptions. He's targeted 20 times. Sorry.
It's frustrating that I feel like just you and I talking on the preview pod with Jacob had a better defensive scout than what it looked like we ran with. Like, I'm screaming in my seat. They're going to the motion, especially if it's DeJesus going in motion. They're going to go to the motion over and over and over and over again. It was
get beat by the high school Harry like 4 times. I mean, come on, guys. Like, engage with the man, hold him up. You'll be able to tell if he's running a route. Like, I mean, because he's not going to want to engage with you. He's not going to want to. So if you engage him, you're initiating the contact, and he's gonna clearly tell you he's running a route.
Actually, Party Deck Goatee makes a great point. Another critique I have under defensive scheming, outside of not bracketing DeJesus, why the hell are we putting Clev Lubin in coverage looks?
Whew.
He's
Yeah.
our star
Oh, yeah.
edge rusher. I get it. You want to show he can do in a 3-4 scheme. You can show that he can cover at the next level. I don't give a shit about showing off for the next level. I want wins, and Clev Lubin
Right.
is at his maximum productivity for this team when he is rushing off the edge. And I'm not to say he's bad in coverage, but he's a damn good edge rusher and way better than he is in coverage. I did not understand that.
He
And we did
doesn't
that
even play
so
like the
much in the
screen
first.
well. He doesn't even play the screen well at that position, Keith. I
He
showed
plays
in one
the
of the
screen
plays from the
better as an
game
edge
notes.
rusher. Like that's
Exact. He had one and one. One where he was, for whatever reason, was all the way out wide on the. They had like they either had three or
it was
they
like
had
quad
threes,
box
I think it
formation
was-
or something.
Yeah, it was like a quad or something out there. But they had Clev as the point man on that, which
He blew it up and
okay,
it
that's
worked, but
fine.
That's
He blew it up and it worked, but the one we ran before that, it wasn't a quad or anything. They motioned, like we talked about, Keith. They motioned a guy out there, and Clev is too busy standing up in a stance trying to read everything, and he gets beat outside. So it's like it's very, very. I don't get it. I don't get it.
very questionable personnel management this game, and it drove me nuts. Special teams observations. Man, the punting. Like, and the funny thing is we had the better punter this game. Like, David Chapeau put up better numbers than Cal's punter. There was just the one
Dude, he dropped
really
one in there.
there was one really frustrating punt in the fourth quarter where it was just a wet fart. And again, defense saved the day again, only for us to then piss right back down our leg. But
He had the one he dropped, what, like in the two? Was it like 2 or 3 yard
on
line?
the 2, and then it finished resting against the pylon, not breaking the plane.
Beautiful.
And then the verbatim notes that I have for special teams, the other side, Cooper Ranvier is a national treasure, and Nick Keller is an elite kickoff man. Those two kids are friggin' special. I know this is Keller's
I think
last
in my
year.
notes, the punt I actually deemed as the best play of the game.
That's funny. All right. Well, with that being said, I'm going to make a couple little second preparations so you don't have to see a cringy ad read from me this week. So we're going to get started. Let's go ahead and dive into Vince's game notes. So for you film junkies out there, this is the part you want to tune in for. And for those of you listening to the audio version of this podcast that's going to come out later in the week after the live show, highly encourage you head on over to the State of Louisville YouTube page, if for no other reason, just to check out this segment. Because while this one's going to be a frustrating one, we've pointed out a lot of good stuff, and you can learn a lot from it. So let's go ahead, get that bad boy on screen, and Vince, the floor is yours.
Try not to pull your hair out during this one, Keith. It's gonna be a long one.
I've got it tied back in a tight bun, so
Right. So this is a leverage play right here for me. It's a fly motion, screen to double pass. Hit the next one for me, Keith. You'll be able to see right here, he's throwing the old high school Harry up to him. But while he's doing this, breaking down to block, he's working to the outside or the blind spot of the corner right here. And gets to it, makes a damn good play on it. Hit the next one, Keith. Be able to see it. Here's the fly motion that Keith and I will be highlighting most of this show. And he just runs right past you. I mean, you have to engage that guy. Like I was just explaining to Keith, if you engage him, you're going to be blowing up the screen, for one. And two, if he tries to disengage you, what do you think he's trying to do? He's trying to run a route.
Yeah, and
So,
like, you're already beat where I paused it. Infuriating that we aren't. Look, I get it. You can't put hands on him at this point downfield without it being called a flag if the ball gets thrown. You can't get beat as badly as he does on a half-ass double move. Like, you just get run by.
yeah.
And he gets like 3 yards
you
of
literally just
separation.
So this one right here, AJ Green, I mean, this is what excites me the most about this kid is we talk about his length and everything like that, but he's finally putting his length and his strength together. And it's the next year, games to come, it's going to definitely be a problem. Watch him long arm this right here, and he just straight drives the guy back into him. Beautiful job. And just, I mean, that's that's all day. If he can continue to get stronger and then work on the bend around the outside, he is going to be, a first, second round guy for sure. Like he has that size, that capability.
Yeah, you'd like to see him with a little bit better of a lean, but great hand placement inside. He's been driving the tackle back like he's a damn sled. Gets the inside hand free to wrap up Sagapolu and get the sack. Big play, especially on a 3rd and long in your own red zone to start the game. So
I have the backfield circled right here because we're going to motion out. And I mean, to me, if I'm a defensive guy, I'm sitting there saying, well, they're probably not going to run the football with Nate Kariski.
You would think.
So that's a dead giveaway that we're definitely max pro pass protecting right here. Hit the next one for me, Keith. This right here is just some beautiful pass pro. Miller actually does step up in the pocket right here and deliver a good ball. I mean, you got to give credit where credit is due. You can't just shit on him the whole time for sure. This is one of the few good plays he makes. Lacey does a great job finding open space on this. Hit the next one, Keith.
I just want to...
Or if you want to talk O-line, go for it.
Not O-line, just quarterback talk one more bit. That's the most infuriating thing, though. Things have to be perfect for him to get plays like this.
Yeah.
He's never going to make the play for you when you don't deserve it.
That's fine. Yeah.
So, but that said, O-line.
So motion out.
Woo, that's
a
pretty.
Dead giveaway we're passing. I still would love for him to just step up, hitch, and just throw the ball.
I was just about to say, what the fuck is that? What is that?
Yeah.
Are you trying to be jump man? That's tomorrow night. Fuck out of here with this shit. Stand and drive and throw the ball. Why are you running and jumping into a pass? Just like you've had quarterback coaches your whole life, apparently. None of them should have told you that.
Yeah, we completed it, but definitely, I agree. That was one of my complaints with it. Why don't you just step up in the pocket and deliver a ball? This is one right here that was definitely really frustrating. I take Duke Watson in about 5-10 yards of space with a DB 10 times out of 10. 10 times out of 10. Hit the next clip, Keith. Look at Miller's eyes, pointing in, looking in at Chris Bell right here. Right. I say me, I'm not a quarterback, but ideally you would hit Duke on the outside right here. He's got 10 yards to beat this corner. He's winning that every single time. Take what you can get. Now we end up scoring right here, but we could have scored earlier if you just hit the right guy. So hit the next one, Keith, and you'll be able to see it a little bit clearer. Yeah. Look at the offensive line doing a good job right there.
Yeah, O-line was really good. And even then, the ball didn't really lead Bell. He had to stutter step to stop to catch it. But this is something that Moss does a lot. It's like he refuses to hit the checkdowns out, like it's like he refuses to hit the flats for checkdowns. I don't know why.
Yeah, we've had that for
he's
years,
allergic to
going
it.
back to Malik Cunningham.
Well, Malik could
this
actually
right here,
run.
we talk about. That's true. Yes. We talk about Clev playing out of position in this weird, like where he's having to apex he's apexing number 2 and the tackle right here, which I don't get it. I think it's dumb. But as soon as they motion this guy over here, hit the next one for me, Keith. See how high Clev is? Clev isn't going to get to his leverage because he's not in a football stance motioning with that guy. He's just walking and reading. He's out of position. That's not normally where he's at. So he's looking around at a lot of things, and he doesn't get to the spot where he needs to and ends up getting beat on this, causing for a bigger play for Cal. Hit the next one, Keith. You can see right there where he's already beat.
Yeah.
Already beat.
Yep. 81 gets out there, makes the block, and then it's another bubble to the Jesus. And just a critique of Jeff, like we have nothing like that, it seems like, in our offense. Just easy, friendly dump down throw to get yards. We don't do anything like that. We don't
usually you run that screen with the motion guy, right, Keith? Like ideally you'd hit that guy, but having the guy tunnel back in is a great scheme.
Yeah, so I like it.
I love that.
Wilcox was in his bag.
Right here we have what looks to be like a cover 3 by the time that they break. So I'm just kind of drawing it up. I was making sense of it in my head. Hit the next one for me, Keith. and we'll be able to see at the top of the screen. I was wondering why Clev is all the way back there. I don't think Clev has that deep by any means. He's trying to make a play. The corner right there is the one that's out of position, not covering his deep third. It looks like he let his man go he covered his man way too far inside and got beat coming back across.
If you want to see what a correct version of that coverage looks like, I assume it's going to be in the game notes later with Cal's DB on their interception of Moss. It's picture perfect how you I mean, so that's what it should look like, and then this is the Temu copy.
Yeah, ideally you bait Sagapulotele. Did I say it right, Keith?
Close enough.
Ideally you bait him into throwing that ball exactly how Cal did with Miller.
Yeah, if anything, it's a credit to Clev. Like, he's got phenomenal instincts as a player because he should be having like this outside portion of the field, and as soon as he sees JKS dial it deep, he's already turned and breaking for it well ahead of our other linebackers and DBs. So again, when I complain about Clev in coverage, it's not that he's bad. It's just that he's way better at rushing the passer. So,
right. And I wish the corner would have covered this right, and we probably could have had an interception.
Yep.
Right here, we were given the pass rush compliments, but this is definitely one right here where the quarterback is bouncing around in the pocket, smoking a cigarette back there. Hit the next one, Keith. TJ could have made the play on this if he would have secured the tackle with his outside arm. Watch that left arm. See it fly off at the end, hit the next clip. You'll be able to see a still of the shot.
Oh,
yeah. So right there, ideally TJ's left arm is wrapped around the hip of 81 and is able to at least throw him out of bounds or make some kind of a tackle, trip him up, something, but not securing the tackle with your outside arm and then reaching with that the inside arm. That you're going to be off balance like that, and if you don't hit the ball, it's going to look stupid like this.
And look, 8 times out of 10. You sell out like he did, you're probably breaking up the pass. Their quarterback's special, and he was dotting it like that's an NFL caliber throw that got made.
It's a good ball.
But that's what happens when you don't make a play. Sorry, I was hypnotized by what stunt were we trying to pull off. Just
the arm was pretty high right there, man. Yeah. Right here, this is great job, Chris Bell. If you're looking, you're booking. What we've been talking about for weeks, Chris isn't going to see any. Let it ride, Keith. You'll see closer to the hash where see Chris already sees it, analyzes, lets him know I want the ball. Turn of the head, gets upfield. Good ball play. This is why I don't understand why we didn't run more of this. I feel like we got away from this. We started running a lot of drop back passes, things that don't work. Not really sure. Right here, 0 read from Miller. Seemed like he just turned and threw the ball for me. These are one of those timing plays where it's like, fuck it, it's timing. I'm going to throw it regardless. And it's like, don't do that. Analyze the defense. I get it's timing, but you have a read of 1 to 2 to throw the ball away. Anything like that. So let it ride right here, Keith. This is the old Brett Favre. Fun trivia fact. Brett Favre's first pass was to Brett Favre. Completed to Brett Favre.
Sorry, it just cracks me up every time Darth helmets or the Darth helmet, if you've watched Spaceballs, the Guardian cap just looking like number 8 has enlarged heads turned on. Like if you ever played NFL Blitz back in the day, like bobblehead mode. Just outrageous. Look how big that fucking helmet is, man.
That's timing. That is all timing. And there's a picture of the eyes for you just to see what we're looking at. Oh yeah, a lot of these there's a lot of still shots of things of eyes of what people are looking at here. So still shot of what we're looking at. The ball has not separated, so he hasn't begun throwing the ball here. He's still looking. So not sure at what, but
yeah.
Play 10. Good push right here from the offensive line. I would have loved to seen the head getting across, and we can really bust this play open. Hit the next. Go back one, Keith. Do I have a still shot of it?
Not at the line of scrimmage, video. But I got it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
let it play.
Okay.
I got the still after this. Hit the next one, Keith. Yeah, right there at the guard position, backside, you want to get your head across. And, we've complimented Chris Bell all year on his blocking. This is one for sure. Why is your head turned around? Your head should not be turned around in this position. You're not doing anything except watching the play. Like, go find a man and block somebody. Now go back, Keith, and let the play ride out.
Yep. Also, Pete Niagara getting downfield. Hell yeah. That's how you get to the second level.
Yep. Who made the tackle, though, right there, Keith?
Oh,
the guy Chris Bell should have been blocking that ran right past Chris Bell. Exactly. Very frustrating. This is another one of those high school Harrys. Engage the guy that's coming right at you. Let it play out, Keith. They ran stuff like this all game. How you don't punch him right in the chest and engage that, you'll be able to tell if he's running a route, if he's trying to disengage. That'd be the only reason he's trying to disengage you, would be to get open.
And it looks like 24 tried to get hands on, and it's going to look tough from the still shot, but if you watch it live, his eyes are on the quarterback as he's trying to throw the punch, and that just leads to him getting beat and leaving for a wide open easy throw for JKS. Yep. There, looks back at the quarterback, whiffs, easy pass.
Right here, this is what Keith and I were talking about. Looks to be like a little quad box out there. Cleve Lubin's going to do a great job of just blowing it up. Now, do I like him being out there? No. Is this a good play? Yes. This is definitely a three-pointer where you're sitting there saying, no. Yes. That was me for this. Same thing.
Yeah, Cleve has to split a double team to make this play actually work, and he does. So credit to him. Splits the double team, blows it up in the backfield. Insane.
If a Cal fan would have came up to me and bet that play, I would have bet Cleve Lubin getting a sack 10 times out, or not a sack, a TFL 10 times out of 10 on that. Yeah, there's no way two wide receivers are blocking Cleve Lubin's ass.
I like those odds.
This is a great play from everyone but Meeks, in my opinion.
Oh, is this the one?
Let it ride out, and we will be able to see. So we get the good run right here, and we just stop. And there we go. Hit the next one, Keith. I have a much better clip of this. So you're going to read left to right, same way you would a book right here. First image right here is where we're engaged, and we're standing straight up, basically walking at that point. Second picture in the middle is, him not really even, almost even, but you're standing there not doing anything, and the Cal players completely disengage you at this point. And then you have the oh shit moment. The oh shit moment is the, oh man, I better, not, I hope coach didn't see that on film. I hope that doesn't get caught on film. Oh shit moment of I didn't do my job. And go back, Keith, and we'll be able to see like this play. You don't know what's going to happen at the end of this run. He could have broke both of those tackles and ran for a touchdown right here, but instead,
because you didn't give any
we
effort.
have to deal with this.
Yeah, so right here is who you're going to want to watch. Fine, comes out, gets in, stops. Oh, shit. And his man ends up being the one to make the tackle.
Like, to me, it looks like at the end of that run, go back to it. To me, it looks like we could break that if you do your job and just show some effort, man. Just block. Hold on for a second.
Stay driving. Stay driving. If he stays engaged and stays driving, 5 and him are back here at like the 47, 48 yard line.
And watch Kiwan run this dude over.
And Kiwan has more room to get outside, so he can push with the stiff arm and separate himself from the tackler and continue advancing. But instead...
But he's the guy that finishes the play.
Yeah.
Even if Kiwan sticks on this angle, he's going to run this dude over right here, and he likely breaks that tackle of the guy over top of him. He's way too high to tackle Kiwan Brown. There's no way.
It was...
That's frustrating.
If not a touchdown saving tackle, that saved another 20 yards of running. 20 yards of field position. Right. That puts us in field goal range.
Right. This one is very annoying. This is just as annoying for me as Miller and his interceptions, because this is nothing but him handing the ball off high to the running back and hitting his arm. I mean, the running backs are taught like they're splitting the chest with the thumb. You're splitting right down the middle of your chest with the thumb and the belly button right below the belly button with the other arm, right? It's day one football stuff. And hit the next clip. I think I have a still of this one, Keith, where we can see it better. Yep. Look at that. Like, that's you giving it to him high.
Well, it looks
put
like
it in his stomach. Put it in his. No, he's not taught that. He is taught to put it in his stomach and then pull it out. That is bull.
No, I was going to say it's not because it's not a bad handoff. It's a bad pullout caused by a bad handoff. Because it's like he realizes he fucks up and then he drops it and bounces it off his ass trying to pull out. Because he has Lacey breaking out wide over here if he doesn't fucking fumble the ball.
Put the ball right in his gut. I mean,
pull it.
I talked about the fakes, a week or two ago, Keith, on one of the recap shows, talking about Peyton Manning and Tom Brady and these Hall of Fame quarterbacks who have laid out a blueprint on how you should handle fakes your entire career, but specifically play action passes. Like, selling it from the quarterback position is just as important as the offensive line selling it with their hands not being too heavy. It's just as important as the running back not selling it with his eyes. It's just as important as the receiver making it look like a go at all times. It's all important.
And the most frustrating thing about this is Miller doesn't fuck that handoff up. Not only does he have Lacey coming across, he has Kariski coming across the middle as well, with the primary defender, one being blocked, and then the other one running into another defender. So he's going to be completely out of position. That might be 6 points. You get cost because you fucked up a play fake, and then he damn near loses the ball because apparently he developed the motor skills of a toddler and doesn't know how to just fucking fall on a football.
Hey, man, like, always fall on it. That thing's got butter whenever it's on the ground like that. It's got butter on it.
Lucky that we didn't turn the ball over there.
All right here, Caleb Perry. Man, you got to run with him. I don't know why you're sitting there shuffling. Your shuffling has caused the receiver to run right in front of your face and run right past you. You see this angle too right here? If Caleb Perry takes that angle, he's eliminating the drag, so he's getting to the right shoulder on the drag route, but he also eliminates the guy turning upfield. You're able to get in the hip. You're at least able to turn and make a play on the ball. You could push him further out of bounds. Anything could happen, but when you have this much space, the receiver's already won. Receiver's won right now.
Yep.
And you can see his eyes, where his eyes are. He's not even looking to get hands-on. Still, Keith, like 3 yards of separation right there? I mean,
he never gets within 5 yards of him.
Yeah. I mean, it's perfect.
And it's another play where defensive line gets pressure, forces JKS to make a play, step up, and now he's off platform and moving. And another one of those plays where you're just jealous of the opposing team's quarterback because he can actually make plays in that situation rather than panic and do something immensely stupid.
Crumble. Yeah. All right, we're on with 16. Okay, this was a great job by the guys with the sack right here. They do a good job beating your man and then getting vertical, right? You don't want to just like beat your man and kind of have an oh shit moment because you could lose the leverage, you can lose the outside, but by getting vertical, you're eliminating that and you work right into a sack right here. Let it ride, Keith. Look, see that rip through he had? That's textbook coaching right there. Upfield. Right there, he's even with the quarterback. We're in a phenomenal spot as a defense right here.
Yeah, fantastic. As an edge rusher, you're taught get as deep as the deepest man and then collapse. You don't want to give, especially an athletic quarterback, an opportunity to break, contain, and extend a play. And I'm happy that he does the right thing and gets rewarded for it with a sack. Because normally when that happens, quarterback will either step up, and if the D tackles don't get a rush, able to get the ball out, or the D tackle gets to vulture the sack. I'm glad that he got rewarded with JKS being pushed back into him by the combination of Lubin and Conga.
That's a great job. I love that. Every bit of that play. Right here, you can tell that even if Perry would have stayed up right here, just based off of where his hips were, this ball was going to get completed regardless. So let it play out, Keith. Then watch the hips.
Yep.
Well, I mean, his hips were pointed at a complete angle. He had no shot of being able to stick a foot in the ground and get back downfield to make a play on this ball.
Yeah. And just schematically, it looks like we're in man coverage, possibly like a 2-deep zone, because it looks like we're breaking off here. The hell are you doing so far back? So far
Makes it
back.
look like a Tampa too.
Yeah, except it's everyone.
Like
There's no one.
I know. I'm saying like Perry is the only one that makes it
Yeah.
look like a Tampa too. Like that's the only thing I could think where the middle linebacker would be streaking right down the middle of the field like that to get his deep third.
Yeah. Well, also by the time he falls and gets off his ass, he's probably at Tampa 2 depth. So, look, it happens. Turf monster gets everyone, but god damn, like everyone.
Dude, I wonder if he's. I wonder if he stepped on his shoelace right there. You know how many times like
if that's the case,
that would suck as a football.
Velcro cleats, man. Come on. Come on.
All right. This is you're way too high on this. I mean, he's basically getting. Wait till you hit the next clip, Keith. You'll be able to see way better. Look at that right there, just folded like a lawn chair backwards. I mean, that is you're never gonna win like that.
Yeah, it was a combination of Musa getting blown up off the line of scrimmage and Skinner just being too small to block effectively, and also Duke has a chance, and he tries to make the hero play and cut outside. It doesn't work, and then he loops back and loses 5. If he cuts inside, you get to the line of scrimmage, but
always go north and south, not east and west.
Look, I get it. Duke's hungry to make a play. He's been injured. He's had shit luck with regards to blocking all season. He wants to come out and he wants to make a play. I get it, but man, it's just not the right play at this time.
Yep.
And then
he wasn't going to get the next clip. He wasn't going to do that.
Now,
hit the next clip.
I'm not gonna criticize Moss for not knowing to don't block the guy attempting to tackle, block the next guy, but man, that's all you can do.
Right
man.
here
Laugh
we
to
have
keep him crying.
Good little double coverage. Never should have thrown the ball. Take off and run. Get what you can get. Live to see another down. All that positive stuff that Jacob posted last week. He did not do on this play.
Yeah. How to cover 3, by the way, by number 5 for Cal. Like this is how you trail your guy to the middle, and then he breaks off, and he's in perfect position to snag. I don't know if you have the other view of this, but he does a great job on this play.
Hit the next one, Keith. Maybe I don't think I have the other view, but I have.
No.
I have that.
Missed a wide the fuck open check down though. Yeah.
I mean, Duke's sitting there bouncing up and down. Could probably tie his shoelaces. There's a lot of green grass right there too, though.
You could just run.
I mean, just go.
Just get positive yards.
Yes, and live to fight another day.
Oh, you did get another one.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah,
so
it's 5, not a play. It's not a video, but
yeah. So 5 was trailing 0, and where we were out of position earlier, he stayed with him way too long, coming across the middle of the field. He trusts his help in the middle of the field, breaks off, and he's in perfect position to attack right here. And also, he just doesn't look open, Miller.
No, in no world is this guy open. I don't get it. All right, on to that. Right here, we have a much better job playing the screen.
I'll give you a guess where the ball's going. 21's in motion.
Be the motion guy. Yeah,
especially when 21 is in motion.
We're in the third quarter. We have done phenomenal jobs at halftime adjustments. You'd think they would have. Maybe they did make one because they have been playing a little bit better here. But
yeah, I think they stopped this drive and force a field goal. So good play by Watts, just getting to where the receiver's going to be, not where he is. Right. Something we talked about in the game notes segment a lot. Attacks aggressively, forces DeJesus down for a 3-4 yard loss.
Play it through again so we can see him engage. See that right there? Like that's you are going after him. And he's clearly going to, if that guy was running a route, Keith, how do you think he would have blocked that? He wouldn't have. He would have been like pitter patter in your face a little bit. He never would have engaged you like that.
Now, if anything,
but you're getting the indicator right there.
Oh, no, he's
Exactly.
not holding.
Exactly.
That's good extension of the hands, getting the blocker off of him by Watts.
Nah, I see a hand on the back. That's I'm gonna call it. Mainly because I don't have a lot going for me today.
Hey, it's a tackle for a loss. I'm gonna decline that hold.
Hit the next one whenever it is. Yeah. All right. So we have our second completion to the quarterback from the quarterback. Let it play. Great job here. I don't think that's how Jeff drew it up though.
So the one thing that confused me, and it happened multiple times on these looks, you have multiple receivers in the same area of the field at the same time. I don't know if that's on the running backs getting out too quick or if the routes are just breaking off too slow. But if you're Miller, hit either fucking one and you're getting yards. You even have a pretty little throwing lane right here. Or you can just
that's where the
lead
ball's
to Bell
batted
over
down.
here.
I mean, exactly. That's where I lean more. Trust your bell cow, man. Give it to Chris. I mean, watch where the ball's batted down.
Yeah, and
Dude.
he has the throwing lane. And it's annoying because Bell's sitting and
He
waiting
could
for the
even,
ball.
if he's sitting there scanning, even sitting there scanning, yes, Keith, yes, he's got Nate over there. Like if he's scanning the field, this is not a bad pocket, right? You just step up. This is what offensive linemen want their quarterback to do. Just step up in the pocket. We have a good, clean pocket now. It's
And the frustrating thing is, if this was someone in their first or second year of college football, these are teaching moments. You can learn, you can
if this
grow,
is
you can
Deuce, we're
develop
sitting
this.
here saying, exactly.
You can learn, you can grow from this. Let's just hypothetical. Miller doesn't get pulled. He starts the rest of you. You got 3, maybe 4 games if you play in the bowl game before you're going pro in something other than sports, my guy. The time for learning is done. If you haven't learned by now, you're not going to.
Yeah. I mean, dude, I just don't get how you don't hit one of these 3 guys. One of these 3 guys. I mean, at this, and the height got to him on this too. It's like it's just not tall enough.
Yep. And then bat it down. Don't be a hero. You're not him.
Only Lamar and Malik are allowed to do that. Only Lamar and Malik. Maybe Tyler. Maybe Tyler could do that.
Tyler could schmoove with it a little bit.
You think?
Tyler,
Would you feel comfortable? Would you feel comfortable?
I'd let Deuce
He had
do
that
it.
one long run against Notre Dame.
I wouldn't complain about Deuce doing it.
That's true. Yeah.
But
That's
Tyler,
just stupid though. You're
Tyler
taught to bat the ball down, and I guarantee you that's what Brian's saying to him on those plays.
We saw it with Tyler last year.
down.
He batted the ball down on the rare occasions his Pat did get batted up. He just knocked that shit down.
Well, apparently he's just fucking Einstein.
Well, that's what'll make you a day 2 NFL draft pick.
Damn straight, man. Love Kiwan right here, pressing the cutback right there. That's got to make you happy as an offensive lineman.
Oh, I meant to hold on. This was
good.
one that was a call that bugged me. Now I was in the stadium. I didn't get to see a full review. It sure looks like he's into me, Bob.
I give it to him.
Looks
I
like
would
that
give it
ball.
to him.
Sure looks like that ball, which is right here, is breaking the plane.
Did his knee hit first though?
Look, I'm only a man. I can't pause it immediately. Still up. All right, we're gonna get one more try. One more try, and then we can go on to the next one. He's still up, and the ball's at the half-yard line. So regardless, they marked us short.
Yep.
Man.
Frustrating. Safety has to go here. You have over top. I mean, yes, this is a fade, but like you got to see this and go. Watch the safety over top, closer to the L&N logo. He's going to get out of frame, but you got to make a play on that, man. That's the ball that you're sitting there as a safety that either one is going to put the wide receiver in the hospital, or 2, you're going to get the play of your life where you get to pick one off in a huge moment in the game, but you get neither because you just don't go.
Again, particularly frustrating because that wasn't bad coverage by Watts. This is just a fucking incredible throw, man. That's such a perfect ball.
It's great job by Watts. He's taking away the inside. The quarterback's doing a beating. They're playing football too. He's putting it where the DB is not, which is where the safety should be. You know,
Yeah,
I mean,
100% safety needs to break earlier, but just frustrating because in this situation, that's a perfect ball. Like, you can't defend the perfect pass. And that's so frustrating to say because you want to have an answer for why. And sometimes the other dude's just him. And man, JKS coming out party.
This one right here, phenomenal play call from them. This is one that you probably could have did last year with Tyler, having a little bit more of a mobile quarterback. But I mean, this is because you have to be able to sell the screen too, right?
Yep.
But also having a lefty quarterback helps in that situation.
For sure. Which you could run it going the opposite way. But no, Justin Wilcox was deep in the playbook in this game. Like this was one that meant a lot for Cal.
So this one is the one I was talking about, Keith, where I was so disappointed at how he ran this football. I mean, this is just the only definition for this is soft. This is the only way you can put not going and selling out for your football team right here. I mean, imagine if the quarterback right here, Miller Moss, takes off. Let it play. Keep going.
North and
Keep
south.
Going.
Just get north and south.
Keep going.
Sorry. It's going to reset, but
let the play go. Watch him.
North and south. North and south.
The pump fake did nothing. What are you stopping for? What at the end are you stopping for? Imagine there's a world there where, Evan Conley, people can give him shit all he wants about, throwing decisions he made playing quarterback while he was here. But his ass is going to take off right there and lower the fucking shoulder and go get the first down right there. And it's going to get everybody in that offense electric because you know what? Our quarterback, who normally doesn't run the football, just lowered his shoulder on some guys to go get a first down so we can go win this football game.
A shoulder that was fucked, mind you. Like Evan Conley was a dog.
Yes.
But yeah, he blows an opportunity not getting north and south. And like Miller, you're going to get hit. Might as well try to hit the other guy while you're at it, dude. Like, but
it's football. You got to want to win this game right here, man. You got to want to win this game. Well, you can't stop right there. You just cannot stop.
And then he compounds it with it. It ends up being a plus play, but oh my God, it could have been so much better of a play. Infuriating.
Yeah. So this one right here was a good call from Jeff. Good ball from Miller right here. I loved what Nate did, being as tight as he was to the other wide receivers. That's really what makes the play, running everybody off like that. Good job by those other wide receivers, selling out, knowing you're not the first read. Also have Chris Bell over there on the
wide. So I don't know if you got another angle of this or not. There is nobody on this half of the field. It is Chris Bell and grass. And while good ball,
look at that pancake over there.
Oh yeah, Lance Robinson buried a dude. You sent a screenshot in our group text. It's like I only see 10 guys on the field. I'm like, that's because Lance just put a dude 6 feet in the dirt. So, like legs up in the air, hell of a pancake from Lance here. But this should have been a touchdown instead of a 40-yard gain, which is like
annoying.
Ball's coming out. No one's over the top. He's advanced. I'm pointing at the screen like you all can see my hands. This linebacker is heading towards the line of scrimmage. No one's with Bell. Nobody.
Yeah.
And I get it. Kariski's probably the primary read. He's butt naked open as well. It's like we're doing the opposite of like the Bobby Ball philosophy of feed the studs. It's like
run the offense.
Ration the studs. Do not allow them to shine. And it's just like, dude, sometimes you just got to give your playmakers the ball.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and even like if Miller needs to notice that too, man. Like giving your best players the ball. If Jeff's going to call this, you got to know where Chris Bell's at and know he's likely going to get open for you. Right here, this play could have been really big for us had Jaleel Skinner just thrown his left leg and his hat across. I want you to watch his right foot. You're going to see a false step, and that false step gets him beat right here.
Yeah, well,
just let it play, and you'll see it all.
What the hell is this stance? What is that 3-point stance? We got to work on that.
That's a guy that wants to play wide receiver, but
probably should be. But.
Let it ride. Watch his right foot. See that false step? That does no good for anyone. Who trips up Duke?
Yep.
Watch who trips up Duke.
So I just want to show you the false step. So as an O-lineman, you're taught your first step in the run game is with the foot.
That's what I just said, to put your left foot across his fucking chest and his face and shoot your hands and your hips and get across. Let it play out. Watch him.
Go to the side you're running to. Jalil, he's going to step with his right and then try to salvage it. Gets pushed off the ball. 16 trips up Duke, and then Duke gets tackled.
Who makes
10,
the play?
Still a good
Who
play.
hits Duke first?
Yeah,
who
16.
hits Duke first?
16 off the line of scrimmage.
This should have been a much bigger play. Duke should have hit that guy with his shoulder instead of his arm. He's only hitting him with his arm because he's trying to stay up after being stumbled.
Now, the linemen taking a similar step, Nigra, Musa, and Miller. I would like to believe Jaleel Skinner is more fleet of foot than all three of those individuals. I have it paused. All three of these linemen already have their left foot in the dirt advancing towards the play side, where Jaleel takes a step with his right in the wrong direction, and he's just now lifting his left foot off the turf to try and get his head across this edge rusher. Frustrating, man. Frustrating.
I didn't even see that.
Oh,
it's
all
amazing
the low
what
linemen.
happens when you watch feet.
Rex Ryan says, "Hey, yo."
So I have the safety circled back there because he's the guy that's going to end up making the play on this right here. We compliment Nate a lot on his blocking, but this is one where he definitely messed up, and it's on the motion. Go back to the last one, Keith. You can see he starts out as the number 3 wide receiver, and he's going to motion across. Now, when you're motioning across like that, regardless of if you're, blocking or if you're running a route, you definitely want to be scanning the field as to what the front is, who all you could potentially be getting, because what you all drew up and practiced against all week might not be what you're seeing in the game. They're prepping as well, Keith. Shocker. So Nate's got to see this in the motion and know to stick a foot in the ground right there and make your offensive line right and get north and south and get the guy. And we got a home run play. So let it ride, Keith.
Yep.
See, if he sticks a foot in the ground right there and hits the A gap instead of the B gap, we got to play. Oh, man. All right, so sack right here. Basically just know where your hot routes are. And, my biggest complaint with – keep going. Yeah. My biggest complaints with Miller right there is like he just crumbles under this stuff.
This is the frustrating thing, and I mentioned it briefly earlier about routes going to the same spot. We got a tight end running into the running back, and maybe that's where the check down was supposed to go. I haven't watched Miller's eyes while that contact takes place, but I don't think Miller ever made it that far.
Right. Those two guys did, you can tell by the running back right there, he looked like he went in the wrong spot.
Yeah.
Just based off of his head. Watch his head. He kind of gives Yeah.
And Miller doesn't even make it to that check down anyway before he abandons the play. So,
Yep.
Oh, hey, great minds. I didn't even preview the notes before this.
I had them circled because, yes, they're stacked over top of each other, but also because, hit your hot route.
Yep. You got two.
Oh,
two
yeah,
choice.
right there. Even better.
And also,
step to the left just a little bit.
This is one that goes back to jealousy of drones. Or just having a bigger quarterback where he can just option and shovel that ball out 5 yards downfield to get you. You don't have to be textbook, as we see anytime Miller tries to drive the ball downfield when he decides to do the jump pass. Just get it to a guy.
All right, best play of the game right here. This is what I dubbed this. No notes, no nothing. This was just the best play of the game. A little bit of positive football for us all before we get our hearts broken. I'm letting you know in advance, so you're going to get your heart broken.
Sexy. Hold on. I'm going to see if I can get this one right on the end. Just ding.
I mean, it's just kissing.
Sexy.
Bro. Just kissing. Yeah. That's how you want it done if you're the punter. Right here, great pass rush from Wes and AJ. These two guys complement the shit out of each other. Just two long dudes. Great strength right here. Good bend from both the guys. Clearly has both their offensive linemen beat already off the off the first step. Look at those offensive linemen just leaning. They're in just awful spots.
Look at the lean on Wes too. This is why I'm confident Wes is going to be a dude who has a chance to play at the next level. He's got a mutant build where he makes other big dudes just. And Yeah, he has
like
good
that.
bend, especially for his size. And he's versatile. He's big enough to play D tackle too. Like he's a hell of
Yeah,
a ball player. So it felt good to throw the hearts up at and watch Wes make a big play.
yeah. Let him pretty. I love it.
And that was a huge moment in the game too. 30 seconds left. We got 2 timeouts. We were able to make a stop. And
Yep. So this is your final play in regulation. We ran a bunch of foo-foo stuff of just nothing but that didn't work for whatever reason. Like Keith had highlighted, I don't think your play calling was great in that situation. I don't think Miller's execution right here is good by any means. Give yourself a shot at least, man.
yeah.
Step to the
So,
right there.
well, also what frustrates me, find work. Find work. Like Niagara and Church are working here. Robinson, find work. Either attack this guy here or get out and help your tackle. Like, don't get in the way because he ends up getting in Miller's way because he doesn't find somebody and hit somebody.
He
And
didn't touch anybody that whole play.
no, and the nose tackle's the one who ends up making the play. So, like, all you got to do, or not the nose tackle, crash down and drive 10 into the dirt, and you buy a little bit extra time for your quarterback. Now, he's still going to have 3 crashing down on him, but Miller's, at least at this point, has a chance. So, frustrating play.
This one is way more frustrating. I thought this was a bad call, not for the offense, but from the officiating team. I thought this was a clean cut, about as clean of a cut as you can be, Keith. I mean, he's straight on you. He's not to the side. You know, they called the penalty because of that slight turn he had at the end, which is exactly why he did it, so he could get the penalties. They're not allowed to cut from the side anymore because of guys like me who tear your ACLs and stuff. But I'm sick of this rule, man. That is a clean cut. He's running straight at him. The announcers were talking about it being a clean cut. I mean, I don't get in what world is this a bad cut?
No, it's inside out, which is like, I know they also made where you can't cut from outside in anymore. It's an inside out move. Like the edge rusher's coming down on the line of scrimmage. If it was outside in, Kuriski wasn't making the block. That frustrating call, but at the same time, like, we shouldn't have been in the situation to begin with.
No. But I mean, we got a first down, I think, off of that. We would have if we wouldn't have had the penalty, right?
Yeah.
34. So we're here, clearly not paying attention to your down and distance. I have the angle of the arrow of where the outside linebacker should be going, but he's going to take a much different angle once the ball is snapped. Know you're down and distance. It's 3rd and 2. Why are you dropping back like that? Why? Know you're down. Know where you're at on the football field. I mean, plant your heels at the first down marker, and we got to play right here.
Yep.
So it baffles me. Like it's zero football awareness, Keith. No football awareness.
And the frustrating thing is if he plays the sticks, he makes a good break. Like he's making that tackle before Raphael can get the forward lean and before he can get driving upfield, and that's a tackle for a loss. And we have 4th and 3, 4th and 2 for the game.
He's making that hit before he hits the black line right there.
Yeah, he's hitting him
like he's
catching the ball.
Yeah, he's on. Exactly. All right, we're on to the last play right here. This one's definitely frustrating. I mean, you get no hands on at the line of scrimmage. You're too high. Hit the next one, Keith. So there, we're flat-footed. Why are you flat-footed on the football field? That doesn't make any sense to me. You're going to give up ground instead of going and attacking the guy, not getting any hands on. Next one, Keith. And at this point, you lose your leverage and you're in your oh shit moment. So you're going to sell out on him going inside, which is exactly what he wants you to do. He's going to stick it outside and they're going to catch the touchdown and win the football game. So the video of it should be next. Yep. And even then, the angle, I have the arrow pointing on his left foot, his toes pointed toward the pylon right there. He wasn't going to make that play regardless because he's not taking the right angle on the way back.
So the most frustrated thing I have with this, you know where the ball's going. Bracket him. He's been eating everybody's lunch all game. Bracket him. get some help out here. Make someone else beat you. Because, one, you've got a guy who hasn't played outside of special teams all year against the opponent's number one receiver. Dude gets 50+% of their targets. Bracket him. Make someone else beat you. Dare them to run the ball. You should dare them to run the ball. Because our run defense is fucking great. I like our D tackles against their O-line on a 2-yard Oklahoma drill. But you gave them the exact look they wanted, and bad things are going to happen.
I mean, and even then, like, giving them the look you wanted, just play better football, man. Look at how high he is at the snap of the ball. As soon as the ball snapped, he's up.
Yeah, I'm done watching that.
That was miserable. That was awful to put together. Just want everyone to know that. It was a very frustrating game. Keith and I said that a lot throughout looking at that, and it's frustrating because it's the little things in a football game that get you beat, not just having a bad quarterback. We could have won that game with our bad quarterback. It was the rest of the team as well.
And it's frustrating that, like, I don't think anyone on this team outside of one individual played a bad game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you had guys play okay. Had guys who definitely could have played better. Like, I wouldn't say Perry or Quinn or Capers played terrific, but they weren't horrendous. Like, they got beat on a couple of plays. The other team's trying to. And it still isn't enough because of one position. It's a shitty spot to be in. It's a really shitty spot to be in. So, we've been going at it for a while, so we're going to speed through the rest of the podcast here. Helmet stickers MVP. I only had helmet stickers for Nick Keller and Cooper Ranvier. That's all I had. Keywan Brown probably deserves one, but honestly, Keywan Brown.
You don't give helmet stickers out in the loss, but you got to give that. I think the special teams did their job.
Well, we've got that promotion for the regional coffee chain where, like, your kicker gets 7 points, you get free coffee. And Ranvier had that shit knocked out in the first quarter.
Yeah, I went to go use that on Sundays. 7 Brews drive-through was literally wrapped around the building. I go to the one over in J-Town by Drake's, and it was in the Drake's parking lot.
So, shout out to Coop for getting the people some coffee. Shout out for Keller for continuing to put kickoffs through the fucking end zone, just refusing to let a kick returner beat us. Outside of that, man, that's we'll close the book on the preview episode for Clemson coming up on Wednesday when Jacob's here to take care of Sack King. We had a few of those, so we will update everyone on the Sack King race and get you plugged in and previewed for the Clemson game Friday night. Clemson, a lot to play for. This is a game that they very likely need if they want to reach bowl eligibility. So if Clemson hasn't completely laid down and died, you're probably going to get their best punch. So we'll see what they have to offer.
You lost your clunker, right, Keith? But what better get-right game than against the freaking Clemson Tigers? I mean, it is still a name brand team that you've only beat once in your entire existence in this conference.
Give those dorks a wedgie. Give those dorks a wedgie and shove them in the freaking locker where they belong, man. So we'll be there on Wednesday to preview.
My favorite part about Sat and them, quick, before we get going, my favorite part about Sat and them was whenever I was standing off to the side when we got our asses kicked this game, but whenever Clemson was running in with Trevor Lawrence and I'm sitting over there with Cardwell and he's like, those prissy motherfuckers, those shirt and tie guys, look at them, no blue collar or nothing.
I don't know why that just made me think, when we started putting the shorts together, there was one, it was like, damn, guy on top, and my hair was down for an episode, and guy on top looks like Trevor Lawrence if he played center instead of quarterback. And I was like, damn, man, I got cooked. So,
but he's not wrong.
So, Clemson preview, Wednesday, 8:30 p.m. And don't forget, Tuesday, Starting 502 podcast at Goodwood Brewing for a watch party, 121 West Main Street, 6 p.m. for the Shooty Hoops game against that team from down the road. I've heard that's a pretty popular contest as someone who's completely not in the basketball world. So Get
Hey,
out
I'll
there,
be
have
out
fun.
there at Goodwood tomorrow, and if you want to talk some football, we can talk some football.
I'd be happy to hold a conversation, talk some football. I'm going to try and make my way out there as well. We will see how the evening progresses. For everyone who stayed tuned in through the entire episode, and I know that's a frustrating, that's a painful one. I get it. I appreciate you for tuning in. Audio listeners, be sure to follow wherever you get your audio supply, rate, review, unsubscribe, resubscribe, re-rate, re-review. For those of you watching on Twitter, make sure to follow all the socials at the State of Lou, at Pink Seats Pod, at Vincent Lococo, at Producer Keith. Those of you watching on YouTube, if you're just lurking and you're like, I don't know if this is for me, or if you're watching the episode replays we upload afterwards, get in there. We're a welcoming bunch. Hit that subscribe button. Turn on that notification bell too, so you can get notified when the live shows go up, and you can hop in the Pink Seats party deck with our friends like Rev41, Naughty, Bill Thompson. Looks like I believe it was Jacob hopped in. We threw it up. Apparently, we were making a lot of innuendos during the film study. Dylan, a bunch of you all hopping in the party deck and hanging out with us. Thank you all again for tuning in to another episode of From the Pink Seats podcast. We'll be back Wednesday. Talk some Clemson Tigers. That's Vince Lococo. I'm producer Keith. And as always, go Cards!